What is up, my YouTube family? We're back again with another one. Podcast number 14. Round the Table Podcast is the name of my podcast. Bare Bones Reactions is the name of my channel. Today, we have this guy in front of me, Shogun. I've never heard of this guy at all. Cinema Shogun, to be exactly. I've never heard of this guy at all. He has 59,000 subscribers. I think he has 3 other channels as well. Some of them has, so he's got like probably about 65,000 subscribers, something like that, I would say. Anyways, a pretty decent size subscriber amount. But did you read the title of this? The title of this is Exposed Brian Upchurch Using Missing Girl Kylie Rodney to promote his new pathic country rap music, which his new song is called Superstar. Go check it out if you haven't checked it out, by Ryan Upchurch. It's actually a really good song. Guys, so if we knew of diabetes, this guy would be diabetic. And I'm sure he probably is, guys. This guy comes across totally as an ass. He totally takes Ryan Upchurch and tries to give him L's. And we know why people calls out Ryan Upchurch, because the last person that called out Ryan Upchurch gained almost 6,000 some odd subscribers. Whenever he wasn't even known on YouTube. So everybody knows that if they call out Ryan Upchurch, just like King Jut, another YouTuber that I have on my channel, check out the channel, he's on there. He thinks that he could beat Ryan Upchurch in a rap battle. In bars. No, he couldn't. Anyways, guys, back to this 1980. This guy is definitely one of a kind. He is the type of guy that would sit in your face and lie to you. And then when you turn around, he would kick in the ass as you're walking away. That's what kind of guy this is. But it's a wonder, when this guy laughs, he jiggles. That's what's so funny about this whole thing. So, as we know, guys, Shogun, here he is. He called into the podcast the other day of All American Dream Chasers, and he thought he was known, and he said he didn't know. And Tony Dodge said he didn't know who the guy was. So this guy gets pissed off in this video as well about that. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what this guy has to say. You guys will see what I mean. Anyways, guys, let's get to it.
Look, I'm just going to go ahead and get straight to the point in this video, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I will save the jokes for later. Now, as most of you all know by now, the autopsy report came back, and the remains that were found on Sunday do indeed belong to Kylie Rodney. And as a lot of you all know, throughout the coverage of the Kylie Rodney case, a lot of crazy things went down due to a...
Yes, so they did get the autopsy back of Kylie Rodney, and it was Kylie Rodney they did find in the car. And I'm going to make it clear, this guy says 14 inches of water. It was 14 foot of water. So this guy talks about Ryan Upchurch and other YouTubers coming in the middle of the true crime thing, trying to cover true crime. He didn't even know. He said 14 inches of water. It's feet, dude, for one. Number 2, he barely even could say the girl's name. And it's sad that this has to go on when that little girl was found. And this guy brings her name up just for more clout in this video. So why would you sit there and say her name, and whenever Upchurch basically is paying the person that found them, what are you doing besides running your mouth? That's all you're doing. I got a question. Can you run? Do you get black eyes when you run? Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what he has to say.
Cracked out country singer infiltrating into the case and making wild accusations about everyone. Now, throughout this process, I have seen a lot of talk about Ryan Upchurch really cares about this stuff. Ryan Upchurch is doing his research. Ryan Upchurch has gotten continuously exposed on my channel and other various channels around the internet. He has been turned into a complete...
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just seen your taped up finger or whatever on your left hand. I thought it was a fob. I thought you was holding your fob trying to like tell us what kind of car you drove or something, like you was a big YouTuber or something. You was a superstar, because Tony Dodge on All American Dream Chasers didn't know who he was. And it's true. Oh, I twittered him. I sent him messages on Instagram. Well, he didn't know who you was. He actually hung up on your ass. And the other guy was laughing his ass off. Anyways, guys, let's see what this guy has to say.
laughing stock. But you know what? Some of his cracked out, weird cousin fucking fans still believe that he actually cared about...
So in other words, he's talking about the Creek Squad. Once again, I'm going to say this much right here. Everybody knows that the Creek Squad runs deep. Everybody knows that. So this guy sat here and just called everybody cousin fuckers. That basically all country people are cousin fuckers. That's what this guy just sat here and did. Now, how many of his subscribers is actually from the country? I'm from the country. I was grown up in the country. I grew up where they call us hill folk. So now we have this guy trying to make fun of Creek Squad. And I'm not saying this for Creek Squad to go after this guy, threaten him. I don't want none of that stuff to happen to this guy. But you don't sit here and try to persuade yourself in a way that you taking up for Xana May, you're taking up for the other guy, the other YouTuber, and then you sit here and you say another name in this video. Now, I've got a question for you. You are definitely brave bringing up the Creek Squad like that, because I'm sure there's some of your subscribers, dude. They probably have subscribed to you until this video, or until this video, one or another. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what he has to say.
Kylie Rodney. They say, well, Ryan Upchurch ain't doing this for views and clicks. He's posting videos on YouTube. He doesn't want anyone to watch him. As if you post videos on social media without wanting views and clicks. As if Ryan Upchurch didn't get rich off of making videos on YouTube. Off of making whack country rapping videos on YouTube that meth heads like to listen to when they smoke their pipe.
So now you've come to another conclusion that the Creek Squad is meth heads. We've been told this before. Do you think we really give a damn what you think about the Creek Squad? About us? We don't care. That's the thing about the Creek Squad. The Creek Squad stays together. And that's what we do. So I've heard people go as far as call people the cult. That Creek Squad is a cult. No, Creek Squad is a family. And you don't got to be country just to be a Creek Squad, just to be a member, not a member, but just a Creek Squad person. Like me. Like all the other millions of Creek Squad people. Don't you see decals on the back of trucks that says Creek Squad? They're everywhere. So you're calling everybody meth heads. You're telling us that Ryan Upchurch used his music to boost his during the Kylie Rodney case, that he used her death to boost his channel, to boost his music views. Let me tell you something. I've said this time and time and time again. Ryan Upchurch does not need your name, no one else's, to boost his music. He's a self-made millionaire. That's that. So now you're going to go on, you're going to talk about giving out L's. What L's are you giving out? Because you haven't given out an L yet. So anyways, let's continue to see if you're going to give out this L.
But there's been all this talk that Ryan Upchurch doesn't care about views. Ryan Upchurch has nothing to gain from this. Well, listen, guys, I don't have to grasp at straws. I don't have to put two and two together to come to this conclusion. Because today, when the autopsy report came out and all of this news came out.
See, and that's another thing. Why does he even have to talk about the autopsy report in this video? What point are you trying to prove? There's no other point you can prove besides what you said about him trying to use her death to boost his music career. Did you not know that he does not need that? I've said this. I've said this to Jut the Nut as well. And it doesn't seem to be clicking in. And where did you come from? I have never heard of you, dude. Never. And whenever I clicked on your video, I thought, oh, okay, I'll watch this video just to see what it's about, you know? And then you go on and I heard you talking about the Creek Squad, and that's like, no, I'm making a video now. So these L's that you say you're handing out, I still have not seen the L. So let's continue.
Guess what Ryan Upchurch did? He's starting to promote.
What did he do? Do you not see? You are fake. You are fake as hell. Your backbone is about as big as your tits. And you probably got back tits as well. And I'm a big guy myself, so I think I'm allowed to say that. But you take the cake, buddy. You stepped out of line whenever you went and put this little girl's name into something that had no reason to be brought up in your beef that you quote unquote have with Ryan Upchurch and the Creek Squad. So anyways, guys, let's see if he gives us this L.
Promote his new music. Ryan Butthurt used the Kylie Rodney case to promote his new music. So today, as the autopsy report comes out, and as other people's lives are still at risk because Ryan decided that he wanted to send his meth head followers to go harass random women online. And don't get me wrong, as Kylie Rodney's family, they get a little closure from this news, even though it's devastating. They now at least know where their daughter is.
Well, you just took her name and put it in a spot to where it didn't need to be. But now you're trying to basically, readjust yourself with the whole situation. Did you even read about this? Did you even do any following before this about Kylie Rodney? I don't think you did. I think you have one or two videos on your channel saying the exact same thing over and over again. So before you go and you put this little girl's name in a video with you having some beef with somebody, with Ryan Upchurch and the Creek Squad, and before you go and you call people meth heads, and before you go and you call people cousin fuckers, you need to do your research about everybody. Because Creek Squad is everywhere. So your precious subs that you have, I guarantee you some of them's probably Creek Squad. Because you haven't talked trash on Ryan Upchurch before. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see if he gives us this L.
There's other people whose lives are still affected by this because of this weirdo country rapper who used the Kylie Rodney case to promote his new music. So as this news is coming out, as Kylie Rodney, it's been confirmed that the body was Kylie Rodney. Ryan is going ahead and promoting his new music. He just went ahead and stopped covering Kylie Rodney altogether. Now he's talking about his stupid ass country rap music. And that's what all of this was about. So for all of you crackheads that were like, Ryan Upchurch doesn't have nothing to gain from everything. The day after this girl is found dead, he goes ahead and releases his new music video. This was the plan all along, fellas. Ryan was the one that was in this for clout. No one needs to use Ryan's name for clout because no one outside of meth heads and the boondocks of Tennessee knows who he is or listens to his music. So this whole entire situation, all of this craziness, blaming YouTubers for having Kylie Rodney, all of this talk of Ronnie and Xaname, no. Ryan Upchurch only cared about promoting.
Okay, so I'm going to break this down for you one more time. Kylie Rodney was a 16-year-old girl. Okay? So they found her 14 foot of water, not 14 inches of water. So get that straight. They did the autopsy and is Kylie Rodney. So I'm not going any further than this on that subject right now, but I will tell you one thing. Whenever you stand here and do these videos like you do, and you do your introduction, and it's like, hey guys, it's Shogun here. What do you think? Whenever you do that introduction, what are you thinking when you do that? Because honestly, it's pitiful that you got to put yourself in this predicament that you're in for YouTube views, knowing that you have almost 60,000 subscribers. I don't get why you did it for. Are you trying to gain more subscribers? Because that's what it seems like to me. That's why people act out like this. They lash out because they want attention at this point in time. In all your other videos that you do, you talk about mental health. You talk about how you could see someone triggering mental health. How depression is not depression. Yes, I stuttered and I don't even care right now. But so you say about why do you make these videos and you don't have a pot to piss in? You're like a three-legged table. You're wobbly. So with that being said, we're not taking an L. Upchurch is not going to probably say anything to you. If he does, that's his business. But the Creek Squad is not meth head smokers, is not cousin fuckers. Down to earth people just like me and you. That's what they are. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see if he gives us his L.
His new shitty music to his meth head followers. And luckily for me, I didn't have to stay up 7 days and smoke a whole entire sack and a half to come to this conclusion. So for all of you Ryan Upchurch Creek Squad fans that are sitting here connecting dots on your freaking Post-it notes, connect the dots to the fact that...
Dude, what is on your elbows? What is on your elbows, my bro? Is those bruises? Or is that dirt? Or do you need to lotion them? I mean, guys do use lotion. So, I'm not sure what that is. But a lot of people get some on their knees too. So, that's what you're doing right now to Xaname, to the other ones as well. And they know each other. It's not like they don't know each other, dude. Did you not do your research? I guarantee you probably been on their live streams, watching their live streams. You probably, well, I know you watched the Ryan Upchurch and Dodge panel. I know you watched that because you said you called into it. But These elbows are something terrible. You may need to go get a pedicure or manicure done on these puppies. Looks like you got corn growing out of them. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see if he gives us his L.
That Ryan Upchurch is releasing his new music right after she was found. I mean, the guy couldn't even wait for the cause of death to be revealed before he starts dropping his new music. This is what it was all about all along. It was right in front of everyone's faces. I don't see why everyone had such a hard time coming to this conclusion. So Ryan, you used the death of a 16-year-old girl to promote your shitty rap music. Ryan, you used a missing persons case to promote your shitty country rapping music. And before making this video, I tried to reach out to you man to man, and you refused to talk. In fact, you deleted the comments from your comment section. Yet you were in my comment section, and I was man enough to address you. So you and the cuck chaser, you're both the same. You throw rocks, you hide your hands, you want to attack women, you want to put out these bogus claims, but when you get confronted...
Attack women. She come after Ryan Upchurch in the very first panel on All American Dream Chasers and Tony Dodge. You should go back and do your homework once again before you come talking about something. Because anytime you record something and you put it out, only way you're going to get rid of that video is to, well, put it private or delete it. That's the only two ways you're going to get rid of it. So with that being said, you haven't done your homework, because Ryan Upchurch never went after her. Xana May attacked him in the very first panel. And you know that as well as I do. All you're trying to do at this point is bring up that little girl's name for your clout. You see how many times you brought up the same exact thing? At least 4 or 5 times now. Leave that little girl alone name out your mouth whenever it comes to you wanting to talk about beef with somebody. Well, so-called beef. That's what you need to do, because I'm sure the family doesn't want her name put in something that you have a problem with at the same time. So have a little bit more respect in what you do for that little girl and her family. Go back and sit down and watch your videos. After you record it, watch them. That's a food for thought. And it's sugar-free, by the way. So anyways, guys, let's see if he's going to give us his L.
You tuck your tail and run. And then you release your shitty country music that no one listens to but meth heads. This is seriously some messed up stuff. All of the stuff you caused, I mean, it was one thing to exploit this girl's death, to try to get streams on your albums, but then you just had to go ahead and create these whacked out theories because you weren't smart enough to actually follow a true crime case. How many L's do you have to be given? I still have plenty to go around. But...
well, I don't think you're giving out any anymore, to be honest with you. So the L is being given to you. 1980, I guess. Do you not see how ignorant you are right here? This is bliss. This is reacting out of a name that gained you viewers, and you never covered nothing before. That's the problem. You never did. If you look at your channel, most of your channel is what Ryan Upchurch has been watching, besides your Britney Spears stuff and stuff like that. I don't think anybody wants to do videos on Britney Spears, but as you said, you're trying to get content for your channel. So this was the perfect opportunity for you to get content for your channel, using a 16-year-old girl's name and using Ryan Upchurch's name together, which you're trying to chase clout. You're trying to do the exact same thing as everybody else around this place on YouTube. The only difference between us is Creek Squad is not meth heads and is not cousin fuckers, and we're down to earth people. Plain and simple. Now, with that being said, I'm going to let you just talk away because that's what you do best. Piggly wiggly, piggly wiggly, piggly wiggly. Let's get it.
For now, I'm just going to make you, I'm going to let you make more of a fool out of yourself. And you'll probably hear from me again. But I want to know everyone's thoughts down in the comments below. How does it feel now? Not all of you, but for those of you who followed up with Upchurch, how does it feel now? Knowing that you sat there with these theories going through your head and thinking that Ryan Upchurch was...
You could tell this guy, I'm sorry for so much pausing, guys, but I got so much to say about this guy. This guy is running out of things to say. You can tell it. He's running out of things. I thought he was a great YouTuber. That's what he said. He said he was better than everybody else. And he was handing out L's and he's got plenty to go around. Well, this is an L for you. So why don't you get off of YouTube, shut off your camera, and go watch your video? Because your videos are doing nothing but saying the exact same thing over and over again. It's the last time I'm saying that. Anyways, guys, let's continue to see what this nut job has to say.
Just so smart, and he did all this stuff. How do you feel now knowing that you were used? That he never cared about Kylie Rodney? The dude hasn't even updated you all on any of the information that came out since she's been found. Yet he was the only one who cared. He was the only one who cared for his shitty country rapping streams. But let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you all and possibly hand out more L's in the next video.
Anyways, guys, this guy literally thinks he's handing out L's. And I never heard of this guy, Cinema Shogun. I never heard of him until I found him last night. And I was blown away that he was using this little girl's name in with talking about the things that he talked about in his video. And then went to try to blame it on everybody else. That they was wrong. That they was the one saying this little girl's name and using it to promote music. And by the way, Shogun, all of them do know each other. Santa May and the other two guys, they know each other. He's proven that. Watch that video. Do your research before you come at somebody. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to end this video. I believe he just got an L. We just handed it out to him. Creek Squad, salute to you guys. Anyways, guys, I love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel. It's highly appreciated, guys. I just can't get over how this guy could just throw that little 16 girl's name around and how he talked about what he talked about. This bothers me. Anyways, guys, I'm always true to you guys. YouTube family, your boy Deuces is out. Thank you, guys.